Right, how's all doing? So it's the big match. It's Manchester City versus Newcastle United at the Etihad Stadium. It's going to be a really tough game for the lads. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for regular Newcastle United content, and also don't forget to hit that like button. It'd be massively appreciated. And yeah, welcome to the match build-up. Team lineups will be out in an hour's time, around about 4:30. So we'll just have to wait and see who Robert Benitez picks for this game. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game in itself. You know, there's no harder team this season than playing Manchester City, and we've got a tough run in. This is just the start of it. How you all doing? Welcome to Adam Hutton. Hi, James. How are you? I'm good, mate. Big game, big kick-off at 5:30. Looking forward to it. My prediction is 3-1 to Manchester City. I don't think you can really back against Man City at the minute. Jeremy, Jeff Gale, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Big game for the lads. Tough assignment. We'll know what City are about. I got Leicester City versus Liverpool prediction right. Yeah, 2-1 finished to Leicester. 2-1 finished to Liverpool, should I say? But yeah, I'm gonna have to go 3-1 Man City. It's going to be a tough game. Man City have got a good squad. They're going to be up there winning the Premier League, of course. I'll start college on Monday. Kind of nervous, like. Good luck there, mate. Good luck, Dan. We all know how nervous new starts can be, especially if you start like a new job, new college, new school, or anything like that. But yeah, obviously, best of luck, mate. I hope it all works out for you going forward. So, yeah, all the very best on that. I want to know your guys' thoughts on today's game. I want to know your thoughts of the team lineups, what you're going to be expecting to see from Rafa. Do you think he'll go 5 at the back? Do you think he'll go all out attack? Do you think he'll take the game to Man City? Thoughts on Mutu? You think he's good or bad? I don't think Mutu's a bad player. I think he's not really had the game time that he would have wanted. I think it's early signs at the minute. It's only the start of the season. He will get used a lot more. It's just a case of we've got to bide our time, and we've just got to really. He's got to find his way into the team. Nobody's going to have a goddamn right to get into the team straight off. August Spam, you've gone 3-1 to City, unfortunately. Yeah, I've gone 3-1 Man City as well. It's a tough game tonight. You know, to me, it's all about making sure that we defend correctly and that we keep the goal difference down, because we already have like a tough run as it is. You know, playing. Man City, then Arsenal coming up, and Leicester away. Or Leicester, I think it's at home, shall I say. It doesn't get any easier in this Premier League. If you are enjoying the stream, if you're on the stream, please hit the like button. It's down there somewhere. It takes no longer than 2 seconds to do. So if you can hit that thumbs up, honestly, it really mean the world to us. And subscribe as well if you're new to 100% NUFC. So I want your score predictions of today's game as well. So I know a lot of you have said 3-1 City. Some of you have gone that Newcastle, could get a draw. Tough to say. Hugo, on Football Manager, I should have signed Bastos or Rodrigo from Valencia for Newcastle. For me, Rodrigo would be a better shout. Bastos is a good player, just very old and very slow. But I think Rodrigo will be a better shout than the Valencia one. You go 3-1 to Manchester City. I think I would take that, if I'm honest with you. I mean, if we can get a couple of goals against Man City and they outscore by 1, then that's not bad. It's sort of like a Rafa way of playing. Just watching the final score as well, just watching some of the scores come in. Sheffield United are beating Aston Villa by 4-0. I don't know what's happened to the Villa. Sunderland are also losing 1-0 to Oxford. That's always a good sign. I'm sure the Sunderland fans wouldn't be happy with us saying that, but who cares? But yeah, I just thought I'd check in again. Obviously, match day. How are the lads? Big game. Man City, they've got a good squad. They've got Aguero, Jesus. They've got players that missing, obviously De Bruyne. I'll try and twist this over so you can see the TV. Worst stadium you've been to? Ipswich. Not last season, but the season before. Just Tim Pot Championship Stadium, isn't it? Ipswich. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest stadium to go to, especially I wouldn't like to go there on a sort of like a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. It's a long way as well, and for me, for the journey and how long it took to get there and back, yeah, I'll not be doing that journey again for a while. So, and obviously it meant that Brighton at the time had got promotion to the Premier League, but I didn't think that we were going to come back and obviously win the title going to the last game of the season. So, obviously, if you're in the stream, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button if you can. Thumbs up. Just down the bottom there, please do. The more thumbs that I get, the better. Put your comments in down below. Predictions, start lineups. They'll come out in the next 20 minutes. Sharky, best stadium you've been to other than Newcastle? I haven't been to too many, so for now I'd have to say probably Stamford Bridge. Yeah, it would have to be. I've been. I don't know. Well, no, I've been to Wembley. I went to London. I went on a stadium tour of Wembley, so that was good. Obviously, I haven't been to Wembley sort of like on an England game or anything like that, so that's different. But in terms of like an atmosphere, probably Chelsea away. Stamford Bridge is always a good one. I'm going to try and get to the Bridge again this season as well, so don't worry about that. I'll try and get to as many away games as possible. I want to try and get myself a Palace away as well in the next couple of weeks, so I might try and get a vlog done from Selhurst Park. A lot of 3-1 City, I agree with them. Yeah, I'm going 3-1 City as well. You can't deny City's quality. You can't deny that they've probably got one of the best home records in the Premier League this season alongside Liverpool. You know, that both clubs are pretty much, you know, going from last season. They've started the season really, really well. All we could do is hope for a point. Yeah, that's it. But I want to see what sort of have a go. It's going to be tougher because we're obviously at the Etihad, and Wolves, when they played, they were at home, so they were playing to their crowd. But Wolves had a go, and you could argue that, yes, it was a handball for Wolves' first goal, but you know what? They deserve a point overall because of how well they played, you know, during the game. And I just think, all in all, it is going to be a tough game, and there's no question that if we don't defend properly, and if we play anything like we did against Nottingham Forest, we're going to get a hiding this afternoon, and it's going to be a tough game. Will Shelby play? Well, it depends if he's overcome his injury or not. Rafa Benitez didn't say too much about Jonjo Shelby in the press conference. He was more commenting on the issues of Kennedy, some fans getting on his back, which I don't think is correct. Yes, he's had a couple of bad games, but I don't think it's right to get on his back. I think Kennedy's had a bit of a poor start, but it's not just been Kennedy's fault that how we played so bad. It's a team. Football is a team effort. So it's today we need to be united. We need to defend correctly. You know, we need to be focused on the ball. We need to pass to the right people, and if we don't, then yeah. You going on holiday this year? I'll be to London. Next year I will do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go somewhere next year. Shelby still injured? Well, if he is, then it's going to be a massive struggle. He's definitely our sort of key to unlocking defences. I could see Rafa Benitez feeling a strong lineup today. I reckon Rondon will start. No question about that. Mutu, I think he could get his start. Jamal Lascelles, I think, will be back. I mean, we need Jamal Lascelles. We need him because as much as Shaw and Fernandez done well, and Clark, well, I was going to say Clark, but more Shaw and Fernandez, we need Jamal Lascelles. We need our captain back for this big game. It's going to be a crucial game, and if we don't have someone like Jamal Lascelles who's got like a good brain when it comes to defending, we're going to get slapped off Man City, and that's not something I want to see. Massive game tonight, like, but it's for me, it's all about being better than what we were against Forest. And yeah, there's getting beat, but there's getting beat like heavily, and that's not what I want to see against Man City. I just want to see we put up a good performance, and if we get beat, we'll get beat. There's not a lot you can do. You know, Man City, you've got quality, we don't. We've just got to try and go toe-to-toe with each player in every position. Brighton are 1-0 down to Fulham. Not much else happening on the score centre at the minute. I'm going to be watching the match later on as well. Didn't go to the Etihad, unfortunately. I'm not paying 40-50 quid to see we get beat. But obviously I had other things on this afternoon as well, so that's the reason why I'm not there. Hopefully try and get a Palace in a couple of weeks. Just wait and see what happens there. If you're in the stream, don't forget to hit the like button. Just down there, press the thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to us. Subscribe as well. Never miss a video from myself. Are you going to the match? No, I'm still in Newcastle at the minute. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm not going to be there. Let's have a look. Nothing else going on. I know of Southampton 1-0 about Crystal Palace. It's a good result for Southampton at the minute. So results are sort of like that at the minute, but it's early days. Like, it doesn't matter what people get at the minute. The only way you look at the table is when it gets towards like Christmas and things like that. If we do what Wolves do and use it right, we could get a draw. Well, you can draw with anybody on the day. It just depends how we show up. If we show up like we did against Forest, then we're going to get hammered. There's no question about that. But if we show up like we did against Tottenham, then you never know. Rafa Benitez spoke in the press conference yesterday how we could have got 5 points from 9. He said that we were lucky against Tottenham, which I agree with. We could have got a point. We should have got the 3 points against Cardiff. There's 4, and we could have got a point last week against Chelsea. So it just goes to show that, yes, in the games, the margins were quite tight. We could have got points, but we just didn't have enough experience sort of to see out the game. So got 1 point, and that's how it is at the minute. We've just got to, stay focused. Every game's tough. That's why we win the Premier League. The games aren't easy. And if people think by being in the Premier League that the games are easy, then you don't know football, because sort of the Championship's easy, but it's not as easy in the Premier League. Do you think we will get relegated? No, I don't. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll just have enough to stay up this season. I think we'll be battling relegation for long periods, but I think that we'll get away from it around about March time, just like we did last season. We'll stop up, no question. Let's have a look at more comments. I think Lejeune being injured has made a big difference. Yeah, you're definitely right, mate, because Lascelles and Lejeune, they had that partnership, they had that connection, they had that understanding, and that's why we stayed up last season, because they played so well together. Lejeune was a bit, all over the place at first, but he understood the Premier League. You've got to remember as well, he wasn't, part of the Premier League the season before. We just come from the Championship with a little bit of inexperience. So I think Lejeune, for the short period of time that he's been here, he's done quite well to settle in. Good signing, but yeah, we do miss him. I like the video. Chaz, mate, like I say, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button as well. That'd be massively appreciated. Let's have a look. I've seen something about Sunderland. Sunderland's going up and the Mags are going down. Well, you've got to remember it's early days at the minute. Well, I don't think we're going to be going down. You've got to remember that we're playing harder games than yous. Yous are in League One and you're currently losing 1 at Oxford, so that says a lot. I'd rather Man City than Oxford, so just bear that in mind. Let's have a look. You reckon we have strengthened the squad? I don't think we've strengthened the squad. I just think we've got players in that to sort of fit in for the 25-man squad, just so if anyone gets injuries, then we're not going to be like sort of falling back and we're not going to be like left behind. But in terms of spending money, we haven't spent enough. For me, that goes on record. I think Rafa said that. So we have a red card. What is that? Is that in the Sunderland game? Or you down to 10 men? Oh yeah, he's doing. Max Power got sent off, didn't he? I remember. But you just have to wait and see. Is it 1-1 now? Is it? He's drawn 1-1. That's League One for you. We've scored. Let's have a look. Rather lose against teams like Man City than against teams like Luton. Yeah, spot on. I mean, even when we were losing the odd games in the Championship, I honestly didn't even find it funny. I'm thinking you're playing teams like, QPR, Rotherham. We shouldn't lose to any of those teams. Not for our standards anyway. That's League One. I think in League One, Sunderland should really get out. They should get out of that division. I mean, it's League One. Yeah, it's just popped up on the screen. Yeah, they're drawing 1-1 now with Oxford. Do you watch UFC or boxing? I don't, mate. Unfortunately, I don't watch any of that sort of stuff. Team names are out in the next 15 minutes, so we'll have to wait and see who Rafa Benitez picks. So your predicted start 11s, put them in the comments down below. Yeah, you do. I've noticed that. I've noticed you've gone behind in quite a lot of games and you've come back and you've won games. I think it was AFC Wimbledon. I think you've won the game 2-1, so I suppose it's not bad to go 1-0 down if you can come back. Alfie, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. If you like the video, stream, hit the thumbs up. Be massively appreciated. Big game today against Man City. Tough one. Photo Jake Paul and KSI. It's just for money, isn't it? Doesn't bother me too much. It's not me that's sort of get their attention. But it's two people that didn't like each other, isn't it? Oh, Logan Paul and KSI, same thing. Honestly, not even fussed. Like, it's all one big publicity stunt. That's it. Honestly, don't give a fuck. What do you think their score will be today? Unfortunately, I've got to go 3-1 in Manchester. It pains us to say. I never like to back against Newcastle. I never like to back against my club. But we're playing one of the best teams in the Premier League, if not one of the best teams in the world. The Man City are like the Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barca of the Premier League, and it's going to be tough. The way we played against Chelsea, the way we played against Huddersfield, trying to think who it was, Nottingham Forest in the week, doesn't fill me with any confidence at all. We've got to be on our game, even get a point. That's going to be a tough thing in itself. Depends who Rafa Benitez chooses in the next sort of 30 minutes. It's going to be a tough game, mate. If we can somehow walk away with a point, that'd be massive. That would feel like a win, but Yeah, let's have a bit of realism. Yeah, it's Man City. They've got quality all over the pitch. We don't have that. So let's have a look. If we lose today, at least we're not in the League One. Well, yeah, that's it. You got to remember that we're playing teams like Man City, Arsenal, and I don't want to rub it in for Sunderland fans, but you are playing teams like AFC, Wimbledon, Peterborough, Portsmouth. You're supposed to be beating these sort of clubs. That's what you're in League One for, and it's not really the best level of football. So I think any true Sunderland fan would understand where I'm coming from here. Let's have a look what Jake Holden said. If both hate each other, but they do what, it's all about the money, isn't it? It's not a case of like the people. It's just KSI came with into a disagreement with obviously Logan Paul, and then they've had obviously the fight. They're going to have another fight next summer in America. Obviously, it finished the draw. I don't think it was a draw personally, but yeah, it is what it is. Sunderland are on a good start and still can't fill their stadium. Well, that's what League One does to you. There's no sort of quality in that league, so that's why a lot of fans wouldn't go. I know we would. I'd follow Newcastle if we're in the sort of non-league. Who would you bring win in a box? Let's have a look. Who would win in a boxing match? You or Lee Lola? I don't know. That's a tough one, but it's like I say, we don't do like fighting or anything like that. It's all mutual. We're just good friends. So, but I don't understand why YouTubers have to see it as like a fight, like because they don't like each other or someone's doing better than somebody else. I don't see why you have to fight to prove anything. You know what I mean? So it's nice to have an opinion, but I don't see why boxing or fighting is going to prove anything to anybody. Charlie Salino, mate, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good afternoon. Tough game this afternoon against Man City at Etihad. Put your score predictions down below as well. Put your team in as well. And yeah, join in with the debate. Got to go, Jeremy. Wait, thanks for the coming to the stream. Enjoy the game. How are the lads? Have fun, yeah. Well, I'll try. Tough game today, like just try and keep the goal difference down, I suppose. Sheffield United are 4-1 up against Aston Villa. Jesus, they call themselves a big club. Yeah, he's again hammered off Sheffield United. True Geordie is an embarrassment to our fan base. He hasn't done many Newcastle videos for a while, but I wouldn't say he's an embarrassment. I just think he would need to do more like sort of videos for Newcastle. I do like what he does. I think he's a good YouTuber. Obviously, he's doing a lot more work now with obviously the fight. He's doing a lot more work with Lawrence. So it is what it is, isn't it? I've got no against him. I think he's good at what he does, but how everyone moves on, don't they? What's he done now, Liam? 2-0 Newcastle done it with both. What, you reckon Newcastle are going to win 2-0 against City? It's going to be a tough game. I just think with True Geordie, like you say, he does what he does. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming to the stream. If you are new, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's just down there somewhere. It takes literally 2 seconds. That'd be massively appreciated. Put your comments in down below, score predictions, team lineups. Are you looking forward to the game? Yeah, the match against Arsenal. Yeah, we'll be, mate. 2 weeks' time. Next week it's England. Boring. And then obviously the week after that, I'm going to try and get a Palace away. Obviously, I had some reasons why I didn't go to Forest and City, but I will be do my best to get a Palace away. I'm looking forward to try and get to Selhurst Park. It's one of those like smaller grounds, but Palace have got like an atmosphere. We've got an atmosphere, so it could be an interesting match in a couple of weeks. There's a few away games I want to try and get to over the next month, so stay tuned for them. Let's have a look. Liam, he's good. He's a football fan. Has getting sick of saying the same thing every week. Newcastle when people just go. So it's going to be a tough one today. Like, let's just say I'm nervous because it's Man City and I just don't want we're getting a Rolligan. That's it. I don't want to see we're getting a Rolligan today, like, because if you look at the game against Chelsea, we played well off the ball. Defending well, playing really well. Using the ball against Chelsea were brilliant, but against Forest it was the total opposite. We used the ball really well, just couldn't finish in the final third. But off the ball against Forest, we were shocking. Honestly, we just couldn't win the ball back. And if there's anybody in the stream as well, if you're on your way to the Etihad as well, safe journey. Hope you enjoy the game as well. So tough game today. If you are new as well, hit the subscribe button. It's down there somewhere. Hit the thumbs up as well. Massively appreciate it if you do. How many subs you reckon you can get by the end of the year? I don't know, mate. I don't really have a thing about like subscribers. Like if people want to subscribe, they can. If they don't want to, then that's up to them. Do you know what I mean? Like if they enjoy what I do, brilliant. You know, they're more than welcome on this channel at any time. Anybody of any club's more than welcome, whether you're a Newcastle fan or any fan. I don't know. Like I mean, I had hit 1,000 in February, and I've now got 1,460 odd. So I'm sort of getting there. My target at the minute is to try and get 1,500. Whenever I get that, I get it. But my target by the end of the season, I would love to try and get 2,000 subscribers, but that could be a massive sort of hit. If I can get that, that'd be great. But to hit 2,000 subscribers, that would be like a sort of dream for me, sort of to keep building the channel up. But you've got to work hard. Nothing's guaranteed in life. You just got to keep plugging away. But like I say, in YouTube, you know, you get people that will like your channel for so long, they'll subscribe, and then if you sort of do like a video which is not for them, then they'll unsubscribe. It's like anything. If you don't like it, it's like a subscription. If you have a subscription with Sky Sports and you don't like it, you have a right to unsubscribe. Let's have a look. Liam, you put here, Ashley or not, you should always support the team. Yeah, mate, spot on, 100%. Like I say, one man's not going to stop me from going to the games. I would love to have been at the Etihad tonight. I would love to have gone and watched the game, but I had some commitments on which I couldn't get to the game, unfortunately. But I'm hoping to get to the next away game, which I think is Crystal Palace in about 3 weeks' time. So don't worry about that. Crystal Palace, and then we've got Arsenal 2 weeks' time. Next week we've got the international break. I think it's the European tournament thing. I don't know what they call it these days. I think it's the Nations League or something. Let's have a look. See what's going on in the Premier League. There's no going on at the minute. Oh, hold on. Fulham are 2-1 up on Brighton. Palace 1-1. No, there's not much going on. But like I say, I don't read into the results too much because we're still early in the season. Sky will melt down when we announce that we'll be playing 37 defenders. Probably right, mate. Honestly, mate, you're probably right. I'm hoping to go to Crystal Palace as well, Huggy. I forgot you're quite local, aren't you? So you can go to quite a lot of Newcastle games if and around London. You keep going because you love your team. Yeah, that's right, mate. That's it. That's right, Ben. You hit the nail on the head. Like I say, you don't give up. If you love your club that much, you'll not go. Not one person will stop you from going to the games. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, having a rough time as it is, you know, with the owner. By us, you know, sort of like leaving the ground and not coming back. Yes, it'll financially hurt him for a little bit, but he's still going to be here because he's making money from the Premier League giveaway. So we could get like 30,000 in the stadium. But if you add the sort of the Premier League money on top, BT Sport money, anything like that, Mike Ashley's still making loads of money, which kills us to say that he's ruined our football club. He's massively ruined our football club. Like I say, the longer Mike Ashley's still there, I go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And what I'm more concerned about is Rafa Benitez. Like Rafa Benitez, he's a free man. He can walk out he wants at the end of the season. So, and you know what? You wouldn't blame him. You really, really wouldn't blame Rafa Benitez. So, there's been a goal somewhere, and there's going to be a team lineup in the next 5 minutes. Oh, Brentford. Mike Ashley has ruined our football club. Yeah, you're right, mate. We aren't even a football club anymore. We are a shop like Sports Direct. Yeah, that's it. We just sort of promote Mike Ashley's business, don't we? I mean, my eyes get sore when I'm in the ground and I see all the Sports Direct around it. It's an absolute piss take. Absolute piss take. I mean, what he's done to our football club for where it was and how he can treat Rafa Benitez, you know, like a sore thumb is beyond me. Honestly, you know, if I was Rafa Benitez, I would have walked away right now. Well, before now, long before now. I would have walked away in the summer. Even though he kept up, I would have walked away. And that's not me being horrible when I say that. I just think, you know, if you're a manager who you know you're going to win things, and you know you're better than what you're getting, why would you stick around? Take a job, you know, if you're going to get offered better money elsewhere, you wouldn't stay, would you? If it's the right offer, you take it. West Ham are still drawing 0-0 with Wolves, so they might get their first point of the season as well. So if you think we've got it bad, West Ham have got it worse. And they've technically got a better team than us. Do you think, let's have a look, I've seen your comment there. Do you think we should do what West Ham fans did against Burnley, as some people do suggest that? I'm not for it. I know West Ham did protest and they did get their way in the end, but maybe that's because the owners realised when they bought the stadium They had to reflect it. They had to show a big club ambition. You know, you can't just walk into Olympic Stadium and expect to keep finishing bottom. They can't do that, because if they were to go down, then, you know, they've got to pay for the Olympic Stadium, which is an absolute, like, you know, it's expensive. Let's have a look. The JMK08, you put 3-1 to Man City. Yeah, that's not unrealistic, mate. That's what I've gone for. I think as long as we keep the scoreline down, that's a realistic scoreline if we play well. I just think it's going to be a tough assignment for the lads, regardless of who will play. I think everybody's got to be on their game. If one person steps out of line, then it's going to affect everybody. Like I say, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It's just down there somewhere. It takes literally 2 seconds. And if you can subscribe as well, that'd be massive. To try and get to 1,500 subscribers. So we're kind of on route to doing that. And like I say, I will be doing this sort of every match day, like building the game up so you can chat with myself. And Chelsea have just scored against Bournemouth. I wonder who it was. Let's see who's just scored for Chelsea. The Jabby Buggers. Just like they got lucky last week against us. It's not saying at the minute, but Chelsea have got lucky once more. Team names will be coming out in the next sort of 10 minutes. 2 minutes, Chelsea. I am doing this on my phone, so if anybody does have the team names, please let us know in the comments. And I don't want to like leave the stream because I'm doing this on my mobile. So if you do have the team, put it in the comments, and I can read it out to the viewers. I know it's Man City. I know we will get beat, but you never know in football. At the end of the day, anything can happen. Yeah, you're right, mate. Like, I just think we need to stick to a game plan. I think we need to replicate what we did against Tottenham Hotspur. If we can play like we did against Tottenham Hotspur and show the same fighting spirit, then you just never know. I mean, it would be such a Newcastle thing to do if we were to go to Man City and get a point or somehow come away with a win. Now, a win is a massive. It's a massive sort of like ask, but we're not going to get a win against Man City away. You've got to be honest with yourself. We've got to be realistic. A draw's not out of the question, but look at what Man City have got and look what we've got. Man City have got like 7 or 8 first teams, shall I say. You know, that can make a difference at any time. You know, you've got first teamers there that actually play in the reserves because they can't get into the first team. So that says a lot, really. I mean, even some of Man City's reserves could get into our first team. That's where Man City are as a club. You know, Man City, now I'll say it again. Man City are like your Barcelona, your Bayern Munich, your Real Madrid, you know, of the world. They're just such a good squad. You're well balanced, they're well drilled, well organised. Pep Guardiola's got them playing in a very good style. And they're attacking numbers as well. And the way they just zip the ball around the pitch, it's scary to watch. And we've got to be on the game. We've got to keep the ball for more than 2 minutes. We've got to string some passes together. Because if we don't, and we lose the ball as easily as we did against Forest away, we're going to be in deep trouble. So it's just important that we're well aware of what we're doing with the ball, and that we're a lot more organised than that we were against Forest. Because, like I say, if we don't, we're going to get battered, and that's the simple reply. Top of the comments: will Gateshead be a League 2 team anytime soon? You reckon? I reckon they could be. You know, they've got Steve Watson as the manager. You know, ex-Geordie. You know, I still class him as one of ours. I think he will get it right eventually. Gateshead went through a little bit of a transition. You wanted to sell up. They went from full-time to part-time, and then they went from part-time to full-time again within a couple of weeks. So from a North East point of view, from a Geordie point of view, because I still class Gateshead as one of us, it'd be nice to see Gateshead in League 2 because Gateshead do deserve the support, just like the Toon. And like I say, I think I'm going to watch Gateshead on Tuesday night when they take on Harrogate Town, so I will be down at the Etihad to watch them. Let me know down below in the comments, do you want to see a vlog from the Gateshead Stadium when Gateshead take on Harrogate Town? So let us know down below in the comments, do you want to see a non-league special vlog on Tuesday night? So please let us know. If you don't, obviously that's fine. But if you want to see some non-league football, like a vlog, please let us know down below in the comments. Do I live with my dad? Yes, I do. I used to live on my own, but yeah, I live with my dad. Yeah, you're correct. Like I say, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, 100% NUFC for regular Newcastle United content. I've also done my Premier League predictions video. I think these are a little bit late. Also, hit the thumbs up as well. It's just down there somewhere. Chris Bra, how's it going, mate? I've had a good day. Just chilling out. Just gutted not to have been at the Man City game, but I'm not going to pay 30, 40 quid to go and watch me get hammered. Sharkio, the last video I predicted 2-1 Fulham, Murray for Brighton, Schürrle and Mitrovic for Fulham. I am honestly not lying. Now look what's just happened. Yep, I've got my first prediction right. I went Leicester City 1, Liverpool 2. That actually did come off, so I'm doing well on that front. So it's, you know, it'll come off. Rondon starts. Let's have a look. So I've just seen Rondon starts. Yeah, he's got to start today. Has anybody got the team lineups? If you can put the team lineups down below in the comments, I'll read them out to the viewers. I'm doing this live stream on my phone, so I won't have a chance to. I won't be able to tell you like straight off. I had my tablet out, but I'd have to switch it all on and stuff like that. So yeah, if anybody has the team lineups, put them down below in the comments. Also subscribe, hit the like button. They'd be massively appreciated. Commenting if score predictions, team lineups. True, mate. We work. We won't win or draw. What do you think? Yeah, I've gone 3-1 Manchester City. They've got a strong, team lineup. They've got a strong team. They've got a good manager. They play the ball really well. They've got a good system. Man City are one of the best home teams in the Premier League. Unbeaten, like Liverpool, had a really good start. They've got many good players. They've got about 7 or 8 first teams which could just walk into our team. They've got first team players that play at reserve level because they can't get into the first team. That's how strong they are. What about a draw? Could potentially get a draw. Depends how we play. Play anything like we did against Chelsea or Forest. It'll be a tough ask, but yeah, let's be realistic, mate. It's going to be tough. Is this the team out? Dubravka, Yedlin, Lascelles, Fernandez, Clark, Dummett, Kennedy, Diarme, Key, Perez, and Rondon. That's actually not a bad starting lineup. Perez and Rondon sounds quite positive. I think Rafa Benitez has seen sense here because late on it took Rondon for it to get the goal. It took Rondon for it to get the first shot on target and get the first goal, which got us back into the game. Did we deserve to get back into it? No, we didn't. But you've got to start your informed players, and at the minute, Rondon is in form for the goal he scored. He's looked quite promising, especially against Tottenham. Against Chelsea, he looked quite good as well. Just need a bit more service. Perez has looked quite good as well, looked quite sharp. He was unlucky. She was definitely a pen against Forest, no question about that. I was fuming as well in the video about the referee. Honestly, just typical League 1, League 2 referees. Brad, what do you say for Newcastle game? Wolves done one of the missed. Yeah. What have I had for tea? I haven't had my tea yet, mate. I've had my dinner. I just had a sandwich. Now amazing. I agree, mate. It would be tough in Rafa playing 5 defenders or not. Well, I don't know if he's playing 5 at the back. I haven't really checked. I've just read out the team lineups, which is quite positive, considering that if we'd start with Hostel again, I just don't think, it would be the same. I know he scored against Chelsea and against Tottenham, but is Hostel the answer going forward? No, he's not. I like his attitude. Don't get us wrong, but I think Rondon and Perez would work today. I think Perez will give Rondon a lot more better service than Hostel would. That's just my personal opinion. And Rondon is going to need service because if we don't give Rondon any service, Man City are just going to close them down at every opportunity. They've got squad depth, strength all over the pitch. It's going to be a tough match. Oh, you're going to have your team before the game starts. Oh, nice, mate. I think it's weird having another half 5 start. We've not had a traditional 3 o'clock game yet. I think the next one will be against Arsenal in a couple of weeks. Unless that changes, of course. If you're new, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Put your comments in down below of your score predictions for tonight's game. I'm going Manchester City 3, Newcastle 1. Not really optimistic at all. I don't like it back against Newcastle, but you got to be realistic who we're playing. Hopefully going to try and get the next away game. Do you like spicy food, Sharky? I do, but not too spicy because it just gets too sickly. I do like spicy, but just not too hot. And I could probably only eat so much as well. Edison, Woga, Stones, Laporte, Mendy, Silva, Fernando. Fernandinho, Mahrez, Sterling, Jesus, Aguero. Yep, we are completely screwed. Looking at Man City's team. All I say to the lads is very good luck. You know, with that team, I'll just read that team out again. It's Edison, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Mendy, Silva, captain, Fernandinho, Mahrez, Sterling, Jesus, and Aguero. Rafa and the lads, I just wish you all the very best tonight. It's going to be a tough game. It's all about keeping the scoreline down. I like how Rafa has been positive, you know, with the Rondon and Perez starting up front. I think it should work. I'll give it time to work. Watch out, Aguero scoring against us. He'll score. Aguero always scores past us because we give him the chances. Because we spend most of our time parking the bus anyway, you're leaving gaps and you're leaving opportunities for teams like Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham to exploit you. And that's what they've done. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too irate with the lads because we've had a tough running. You know, I think we've had the toughest run of the new season. So, and there's the lads there. Pep Guardiola, you can probably see on the TV. I'm going to turn it up actually.
Stones for company and Mahrez and Jesus replace Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. There's no Sane in the 18, while Sergio Aguero will be looking to add to 14 career goals against the Magpies. Newcastle are yet to win this season out of the League Cup this week, and Rafa Benitez
is sort of happy, isn't he?
3 changes from the Chelsea.
He's always happy, Rafa Benitez, isn't he? I don't know how he can be happy.
Perez also start. As for the Newcastle tactics, we're expecting Rafa to again curb his raging desire to attack. Newcastle have to improve on a record of conceding 22 in their last 5 visits here.
Well, that's interesting. We've conceded 22 goals in the last 5 games that we've played Man City, though. That's pretty worrying if you ask me. We've conceded 22 goals in 5 appearances of going down to Man City. Well, if I go by my prediction, it could be 25 conceded in 6 appearances, so it doesn't get any easier for the two like the day. Like I say, if we get hammered, I'm not going to be like angry or anything like that. Well, depends on the score is, of course, but you know, you got to be realistic who we're playing. I'm more excited about FIFA 19 than seeing us play Man City. Yeah, I can't wait for you to do FIFA 19. Like, I think Rondon will score again. I hope so. Even if like he scores and we get beat, it's all about like your striker scoring. It's all about staying on form because he will become good against like Arsenal and like, other teams that will play. So even if Rondon does score and we get beat, let's just take the positives that we will become good in time. Please, is there a free link? I just want to watch the Man City versus Newcastle match. I don't know any links, unfortunately, mate. I'm actually watching it on the TV. It's on BT Sport. I'm sure if you ask, there'll be people that might be able to help you on that. Manchester City 25, Newcastle United 0. Well, that would be definitely a Premier League record if that was to happen. I think the Premier League record, is it 9-0? Manchester United versus Ipswich. So, but yeah, you're right, mate. It boosts confidence for anybody. Like, if anybody scores today, yeah, it's 2-2 in the Fulham and Brighton game. It's 2-2 at the minute. Another draw for Brighton, isn't it? Or did Brighton lose last game? I think they lost last game. West Brom are 2-0 up. Sheffield Wednesday are winning. Sheffield United are winning. Millwall and Swansea, that'll be a good game at the Den. Yeah, Man United, I thought it was. Yeah, I definitely thought it was 9-0 Man United versus Ipswich. Back in the day when Man United were just unstoppable. Now it's Man City's turn. What's your thoughts on Liverpool potentially winning the league this season? They're on good form at the minute. Obviously, they beat Leicester by 2-1. Do you think Liverpool could do it? Do you think it's going to be Liverpool's yet to win the Premier League? Let us know down below in the comments. Is there a free link? I don't know, mate. Like I couldn't say anything about that, about it being a link or anything to the match. You have to ask around. 2-0 Chelsea, my prediction, right? It'll be there, so it'll be in the comments. It's 2-0, yeah. 2-0 Chelsea at the minute against Bournemouth. They've scored again. Liverpool will win the league this season. There's quite a lot of leaguers that actually did say Liverpool are going to win the league. Like I say, if you're new, hit the like button. It's just down there somewhere. It takes no longer than 2 seconds to do. Also, put your comments in down below for score predictions and subscribe as well. There's a subscribe button down there if you want to subscribe to the channel. If you don't have to, but if it's like what I talk about, you just want to get involved in the channel a lot more this season, then yeah, please get involved. So yeah, score predictions. It's not long to the game now. We've still got another 45 minutes till kick off. I'll be streaming for another 50, half an hour to 15 minutes. So you still got time to talk and get your thoughts into the game. So yeah, score predictions. Also, your thoughts on the Forest game as well. If you just want to talk about the last game as well, please let us know your feelings of going out the League Cup. I'll tell you what, I think going out to Forest in the League Cup, I see it both ways. It might be a blessing in disguise that we've gone out because we need to focus on the league. We need to get points early doors to make sure that we're not playing catch up, because I don't really want to see we're playing catch up in January, especially if we don't strengthen again. But then also not going out, going out the cup can also be a bad thing because every fan wants a cup run. They want it's sort of like a trip to Wembley. I said 2-1 Palace, come on and make a comeback for me. Which position do you think we need to strengthen most in our squad? Well, we've got a lot of midfielders, so I wouldn't say midfielders, if I'm honest with you. For me, it was all about a striker. Now, we've only got Rondon until the end of the season, but I think Newcastle are just calling out for a top-class striker, someone who's going to get you 15 to 20 goals a season. Yes, Rondon's your number 9. Gale done all right in the Championship, but that's all he ever was a Championship striker. He didn't quite cut it in the Premier League last season. Yeah, we definitely should have got a full-back. But I think I always target the strike force because that's what we're known for. We're known for number 9s. And I'm not saying Rondon can't become good. He's only played 2 or 3 games. I think Rondon will become good, and I hope to think that he's going to become a hero at Newcastle. I'd like to hope that he's going to get better, over time. We just need to be patient with him, and if we'll be patient, I think we'll be fine. Honestly, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, strike force, definitely. I think we definitely need a right mid, so we'll play Richie in that number 10. I think if we've got a quality mid, if we play Richie at that number 10 like he did against Bournemouth, I think we could see the best of Matt Ritchie. And I think he's a hard worker, don't get us wrong. But that's what we needed. Probably a right mid, sort of a left mid. We need to sort of target the wings a little bit. But then again, Rafa's been playing a lot of sort of defensive football at the minute, so it's a case of just playing from the back. Would you have took Danny Ings? Yeah, definitely. I've been hopping on about Danny Ings all season. So it's a shame that we've missed out on him. But when we get players out on loan, or when we send them out on loan, that's fine. But when we want to get loan players in, it seems to take an absolute age. So it's going to be a tough one, like, isn't it? It's going to be a long old season. I think we will be battling relegation for a long period of it. But I think once we sort ourselves out, in just like we did in January, we put a couple of players in, we might get better. We might just pull away from the relegation zone with like a couple of months to go. You're watching the game on your TV, yeah. I'm going to be transferring it over. Obviously, I'll not be streaming it because I don't want to get done for copyright or anything like that. But I'll be watching it on that, yeah. It's on BT Sports, so I'll be watching it. Just obviously, say you don't want anything like that to happen, so I will have to leave the stream about 5:15. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0, yeah. At the minute, let's have a look. Palace, they're losing 1 to Southampton at the minute. I actually backed a 1-1 draw in that game, so I'm hoping that Palace can somehow get a goal. But that's the thing with the Premier predictions. You've got 10 fixtures. Getting 3 out of 10 is, it's only fair because it's realistic that 3 could still come off. So it's just kind of one of them, really, at the minute. You're my wonder. So yeah, if you're new, hit that thumbs up. It's just down there somewhere. Put your comments in down below for score predictions. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. You're more than welcome on this channel at any time to discuss Newcastle football, your club in general. Miro just scored for Fulham. Oh, Gateshead, someone sent off as well. They're drawn 0-0 against Maidstone. So does that mean Fulham are winning 3-2 then? Hasn't quite updated yet. So let us know your score predictions if you're in the stream. Fourth Joey Barton doing well at Fleetwood. Yeah, he is. He's done a fantastic job. I hope Fleetwood beats Sunderland next week, and I also hope that Fleetwood get promoted. They have been a work in progress, Fleetwood, actually, and I think they haven't appointed the right manager. I always believed that Joey Barton could do well at managerial level. He just needed that chance. Joe should be... Joe, we should have not let him go. It's one of them, isn't it? I was in favour of letting him go. I think, he found his level of Fulham. Fulham had given the football that he needed. Have Gateshead just scored? Oh, get in. It'll pop up on the screen there somewhere. It'll pop up. Oh yeah, I'll have you. Get in, Scott Borden, lad. Get in. How are the Heat? Wolves have just scored as well against West Ham. They've done it again. Oh my god, what is going on with West Ham this season, man? West Ham are having an absolute nightmare. Like, if you look at West Ham's team, it just goes to show you could spend millions on your team, right, and try to make yourself look good, but they've just made themselves worse. Look at the score. Look at this scoreline. 1-0 Wolves, man. What, they're bottom of the league now. They haven't got a point. And if you think we've got it bad, West Ham are playing teams like Wolves and clubs like that, and they can't even get points. There's been a goal elsewhere as well. Southampton 2-0 on Crystal Palace. That's a good result after Southampton. They've really picked up in the last couple of games. It's at the minute I don't look at the results too much because I think it's early days. I think the only time you start looking at the results is when like Christmas comes around and you still haven't picked up points. So when you're talking, when I say Christmas, like November, December, if we're still on like single figure points, then you can get worried. But I think in September, once all the better fixtures come along, so you've got like Crystal Palace away, you've got Leicester coming up, I think we've got a chance of getting points. And even against Arsenal, we've got a very good chance. We beat them, last season, and they're still not convincing this season. So, it could be a tough game. It might be the case of we get like back-to-back draws. As long as we're getting points here or there, you got to remember West Ham are now worse than us. This was a game today which West Ham should have won against Wolves, and they haven't. And Wolves have scored in the 92nd minute, which is no better time to score. So you got to remember, if you think we've had it bad, West Ham are 10 times worse. And by the way, I like West Ham. I've got nothing against the fans or anything like that. But I think any West Ham fan will tell you there that they're worse than us. They haven't even picked up a point yet. And there was a chance there to get a point against Wolves. Like I say, if you're new, hit the thumbs up. It's just down there somewhere. Put your comments in down below for score predictions. Subscribe. That'd be massively important as well. Try and build me subscriber base up to 1,500 subscribers, which is the aim. And they've been beaten as well. So West Ham lost by a goal to 0 to Wolves. They're having a nightmare, West Ham, at the minute. They're having an absolute nightmare. Yeah, Pellegrini's under a lot of pressure now. There's been early signs that he could be getting sacked. Which you kind of argue, considering West Ham has spent a lot of money. They spent like £40 million plus, and they spent £40 million on a player, so there's really no excuse. And to also lose like 1-0 in your own backyard, that's not good either. I could understand if, like, say, Wolves went down to... Sorry, if West Ham went at Wolves and lost 1-0 at Molineux, that's different, but I think, to be honest, Wolves deserve that, the way they played last week against City. It's nice to see Wolves are picking up points. It really does. Well, Chelsea have won 2-0 as well, so that's a good result for them. I'll put you that way so you can see. I'll be 1 second. Just so you can see the TV a little bit. So do you think spending loads of money is the answer or not? No, not really, but you've got to spend money in the right areas. Like, look at West Ham at the minute. They're struggling. They've just lost now to Wolves 1-0 and picked up a point in 4 games. So that it can work for you, and it doesn't work. you've got to find the right chemistry, you've got to find the right balance, and West Ham seem to be a little bit unbalanced. Like last week against Arsenal, they created chances. To be fair, they should have got at least something from that game, but they didn't, unfortunately. So I just think all in all, I think it's going to be a tough sort of season for them. But you got to remember that West Ham had it worse than us. Even though we picked up 1 point more, they've picked up none from 4. So, and they've had also easier fixtures than what we've had. So they basically West Ham fans can't say, oh well, you know, we are worse off than them, because we're not. Rondon has pace, he does, yeah. What I like about Rondon is he holds the ball up and he gets himself in promising positions, and he actually has a go. He doesn't like time waste. Like, think of the touch against Forest when he touched the first time, put it in the the bottom corner, bottom left. 1-0, just no messing about. And that's what I like about Rondon, no messing about. That's what I want in a striker, someone who's just going to get the ball down on the floor and play and not mess about. Don't mess about, because if you mess about, then you just cause yourself problems. Well, Crystal Palace have lost 2-0 to Southampton. That's a good result, for Southampton. Who should get more blame at West Ham? The owners of Pellegrini. Definitely Pellegrini, because he's the one that picks the team. Now, he probably would have asked for those players. The owners have actually backed him. So it's a case of the West Ham fans at the minute, yes, have a right to protest because of the way it's going for them. However, it's Pellegrini's fault, because he's the one that picks the team. And if they can't go out there and beat Wolves, then what does that say, about the West Ham's team and about Pellegrini as a manager? Now, that's just, for me, poor man management from a Pellegrini point of view. Yes, the players, once they cross that white line, they've got to perform. He can't do anything about it. He can only manage from the technical area. It's a bit like Rafa Benitez. Once the lads cross that white line against Manchester City tonight, the lads have got to put an effort in. If we don't, then we're just going to get hammered. Honestly, it's as simple as that. Yeah, the manager, yeah, you definitely blame the manager, because if you don't blame your manager, then who else is going to take the blame? Do you know what I mean? So I just think for West Ham's decline at the minute, it's got to be Pellegrini, because I could understand if he wasn't being backed, but the owners have backed him when they had all the protests. So for me, the blame goes down to Pellegrini straight away. And he's come in with like this big ego, this big name manager, winning the Premier League with Man City. He's had a bit of money to spend. I'm not saying, West Ham should go on and finish top 7, which I had them in there to finish. They've not looked like a top 7 team at the minute. Do I have any brothers and sisters? Yep, I have 3 sisters, and I also have another 2 brothers. Hold up, laptop, load up. You're going 2-1, 2 direct. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a bit of positivity. I think you're the only one. I think someone else went 2-0 Newcastle as well. I just think it's going to be 3-1 to Man City. I just think they've got too much quality for it. It's going to be a tough night. It's going to be a tough, it's going to be tough to try and break them down. And that's what we've got to try and do. We've got to try and find a way of breaking Man City down at every opportunity. We've got to go toe-to-toe with Man City, because if we don't, then we are going to get found out big time. Man City have got quality. They've got talent all over that pitch. Aguero, you'll probably score again. I mean, people say, oh, well, Man City are missing De Bruyne. But like I keep saying, Man City don't need to miss any players. They've got some good players. That's what I was saying in the stream. It would be such a Newcastle thing to do, to go to Man City and get something. If we somehow went to Man City and got a draw, that would be a positive. It honestly would mean like so much to us to get a point. A point tonight would feel like a win for what we've gone through in the last couple of games, but I'm not that confident, because Forest, like I say, Forest were decent. Chelsea were decent off the ball, but on the ball, all over the place. Forest, on the other hand, it was the total opposite. Off the ball, we just couldn't defend. But against Forest, we used the ball quite well, just couldn't finish in the final third. That's all it went down to. And Forest, on the night, deserved to go through. Yeah, just super negative, really. The last couple of games, I just think we should be a lot better. What would it take today to beat Manchester City? Another Chelsea performance. Basically, we've got to not be scared. We've just got to do what Wolves done last week and take the game to Man City. We've got nothing to lose. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not expected to win. Man City will be the ones under pressure. They're the ones going for the league title. They're the ones with a strong home record. I mean, they were saying before, Newcastle have been to the Etihad in 5 attempts and we've conceded 22 goals. So that is quite scary. I mean, all the times that we've played them have been quite heavy defeats. So if we can sort of keep the scoreline down to near, we've got a chance. But I think a draw, it's going to be a big ask. It's going to be a massive ask to get a draw. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, the Premier League is a funny league. Anything could happen. There's been freak results all season. You know, you've had Brighton, you know, get a 3-2 win against Manchester United. So anything could happen. You know, we've been close on a numerous of occasions, you know, to get points. Comments, I'd rather concentrate in the Premier League than the Cup. Well, yeah, like I say, that's the thing. Like, I'm disappointed that we couldn't have a cup run, but at the same time, I'd rather get some points early doors, so we're not playing catch up around about October, November, December time. Because if we've only got like 5-6 points by October, November, December, then yeah, we'll have a right to panic because it's simply not good enough. I'd rather sort of get the bigger clubs out of the way now, and then we've got like Crystal Palace coming up, and then we've got Arsenal coming up. Well, we've got a chance. You know, we've got Leicester coming up. Who knows? And maybe we do need this international break. Probably not this early, but we'll probably need it just to try and regroup, try and restructure the squad a little bit. Rafa can sort of analyse what's happened in the last few games, and I'm sure we will get better. It's just going to take a bit of time. Harry, what was it? I can make a realistic signing for Newcastle. Who would it be? Say someone like Hernandez. He would have been realistic at the minute. A striker. I'm not saying Rondon's awful. At the time, I would have went for Hernandez over Rondon if West Ham were willing to sell. I do apologise about the dark lighting as well in the bedroom because it's quite the light's going a little bit. So I do apologise about the sort of like dark lighting. If you are new to the stream and you are new to the channel, subscribe and also hit that like button. It's down there somewhere. It takes no longer than 2 seconds to do. And obviously, if you could do that, that would massively mean the world of us. Put your comments in down below as well. Score predictions for tonight's game against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Are you happy with Rafa Benitez's team lineup tonight against Manchester City? Would you have changed anything? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, Arsenal's next year at St James's Park. I'll be going to that one. I'll be vlogging that game as well. I always miss the home games. Wilson from Bournemouth I wanted. Yeah, he's got pace. He's got pace to burn. I still believe at the club we've got a lot of deadwood. We've got a lot of players that just don't fit the system. So it's really frustrating at the minute. Like that Rafa couldn't get what he wanted. I mean, Rafa Benitez will not want to be disrespectful towards Mike Ashley, but he would want it better than that. Joshua King, yeah, he's been brought up a couple of times. Is Shelby playing? No, he's not. Unfortunately, I still think he's got an injury. We're going to miss Shelby big time today, like against Man City. Like I say, they've got the quality there. Let's have a look. No, I think it might be finished. Let's have a look. Nah, it's finished. Right, anyway, I'll switch these round. Yeah, so I'll stream for like another 15 minutes. So if you want to get your score predictions in, let us know what you thought about the Forest game, and also let us know, like I say, Tino's predictions for the game. This sort of like big game against Manchester City tonight at the Etihad. It's going to be a tough ask, you know, to get something. But hey, it's Newcastle. It would be such a Newcastle thing to do if we were to go then, you know, sort of spoil the party. Yeah, draw it. It depends how we play. Like I say, if we play, you know, like the 12th man and the 11 players on the pitch perform, and then sort of the fans get behind the squad, then yeah, we might. It just depends how Man City start, of course. Can we get something against Arsenal? Yeah, why not? I mean, we've got a good record against Arsenal at St James's, beat them. You're quite convincing last season, which would deserve. Arsenal have been a bit like that at the start of the season, so, you know, sort of like in 2 weeks' time, it might be a good time to play them. Now, I don't like the international break, but it might come in the right time, you know, for the lads. It might just come in the right time. Because Rafa, like I say, will want to get the lads to sort of speak to them, analyse what's happened sort of in the last, you know, couple of weeks, last few games, give the lads a bit of a breather. And then, yeah, like I say, back to the grind again. Arsenal at home, followed by Crystal Palace away, Leicester at home. So, like I say, the Premier League is a tough league. You know, you don't have a given right to beat anybody. You've got to be good on your day, and if you're not good on the day, then you'll get punished. It doesn't matter how big or small of a club you are. Just ask Bournemouth. You know, this is now their 3rd or 4th season in the Prem, so anything's possible. Let's have a look, Liam. What you said? You've said I think we lose 3-0 and beat Arsenal 2-1. Like I said, that would be such a Newcastle thing to do. Yeah, Arsenal have got a new manager. Yeah, correct. Obviously, that new managerial factor. And then the buzz around the place. It's gonna be a tough game. Like, I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, we're gonna have backs against the wall against City. They're gonna have a stupid amount of possession, such as like 70 to 80% possession. We're not gonna have much of the ball, and if we do have the ball, we're gonna have to work it really, really well. We're gonna have to get into their faces, because if we don't get into Man City's faces, they'll just pick off like cherries and they'll score. So for me, it's just important that we stay focused, all the time, in that we're mentally switched on, and then when we do have the ball, make sure that you're picking out players in space. Don't just be passing the ball back to the goalkeeper like we always do. We need to have like a game plan, and we need to stick to that game plan. Let's just not sort of like play into Man City's favour, because if Man City were to score in, say, the first 5 minutes, we could collapse, and I don't want to see that. And what I'd be interested to know is, if, say, Newcastle do go 1-0 down in the first 5 minutes, it's how we respond. So it's going to be a really, really tough game at the Etihad. And say Liverpool, Man City, they're going to be your favourites at the minute for the title. So Man City will not want to slip up against us. We'll have conceded 22 goals against City at the Etihad in 5 attempts. So it's going to be easy, lads. And whoever's in the stream, it's going to be such a hard game. Yeah, 2-0 to Southampton. I went 1-1, so I got that one wrong. But in my score prediction for tonight's game, I'm going Man City 3, Newcastle United 1. And that pains us to say, but you've got to remember who you're playing and who you're up against. You let me know your predictions down below in the comments. Also, Rafa Benitez's team lineup, are you happy with it? Would you have changed anything? Also, let us know your thoughts about the Forest game as well. If you're new to the stream, let us know what you thought about going out in the Carabao Cup early on as well, because to go out against Nottingham Forest in the fashion that we did, it's quite disappointing. I mean, yes, the referee had a lot to say in sort of like the last 6 minutes, but overall we probably didn't deserve to go through on the actual performance itself. Like I say, if you are new, hit that like button, thumbs up's just down there somewhere. Also, subscribe. Also hit the comments down below as well. Forest game, we made them look like Man City. Yeah, we did. They weren't fantastic. To be honest, I don't think Forest were fantastic. We were just so open at the back. We sort of lost that rhythm. We didn't have the same tempos that we did against Tottenham or Chelsea. We just seemed to sit back, and that's not what I associate Newcastle with, is sitting back. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game tonight, and I think as long as we keep the score down, then you've got to be happy with that. I mean, we can't expect much from today's game. Man City, rightly so, are going to be favourites to win it. They've got the squad there. Got Pep Guardiola as a manager, one of the best managers in the world. You've got some good players there, talent, experience. I'm sure Newcastle fans will be out on voice. Something else in the Nottingham Forest game, what was Darlow doing off his line? Yeah, exactly. All it takes is someone to chip him, which I think someone did, and the ball is in the back of the net. But to be fair, though, I forgot his name. Was it Carvalho? I put your comments in down below for who it was, but I tell you what, he done well to recover, from that chip, because he could easily have scored. He could have put that in the back of the net, and if we'd fell 2-0 down, it would have been our own fault, because to be fair, we didn't do anything for the whole game. It would be rough justice on Forest at that time, if they didn't go 2-0, in which somehow, nick something, from that game, which we could have, 1-1, we'd seen the game, went to penalty shootouts, and it could have been a completely different contrast. But all in all, Forest did deserve to go through, but the way we played, on the night was inexcusable. And like I say, if we play anything like we did, against Forest on Wednesday night tonight, we're going to get battered. It's simple as that. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming now for like another 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. So be sure to put your predictions in as well, and your start lineups, and Rafa Benitez is a team. Let us know your thoughts. You love the live streams, yeah, mate. Like I say, this will be a new thing for the season. Just build up the game, talking to you guys, getting your score predictions in down below, put your comments in. It's just a chance to communicate with the Newcastle United community, the fans, all Premier League clubs, anyone who watches me. That's what it's all about. And it's better than sort of doing previews because I can preview the game with you guys. We can talk about the game instead of just like me rambling onto a camera for 4 minutes. You know, you can come in and leave whenever you want. When was the last time I've done a match day vlog with Rob? Are you talking about Rob Spiral with Newcastle Fans TV, or you talk about Rob in Rubenstein? Let us know down below in the comments. Not Premier League related thoughts on Hart being top of the league. That's good for them early doors, but whether or not they stay consistent and stay top, that remains to be seen. Obviously, it's the Old Firm derby tomorrow. It's Celtic versus Rangers. Steven Gerrard's coming up against Brendan Rodgers, so that's going to be an interesting game. Come on, Rangers. If any Rangers fans are watching. Rubenstein, the last time I done a vlog with him was the vlog just gone against Chelsea. He did actually ask us to go down to the Man City game today. I couldn't make it for personal reasons, but I had numerous offers to go to the game tonight, but for like I say, with personal reasons, I couldn't. But I'm going to try and get to the next away game, which is Crystal Palace away in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Obviously, Arsenal will be before that, and it'll be Crystal Palace, so hopefully try and get to that one. That'll be the next away vlog I'll try and do. I want to try and do... what else I want to do? I want to try and do some other games as well, like Leicester away and things like that. Mohammed, I want to watch the City game. It's on BT Sport. I don't have a link for it, unfortunately. You'll have to ask around. I just get a bus to Crystal Palace. But like I say, you're quite local, aren't you, mate? You live in the in that area, so you're quite local to quite a lot of the London teams. Which can't be a bad thing, actually, if you're a Londoner. You've got like a lot of sort of like teams around you. Whereas like you've got like the Scum down the road, which is like, 70 miles apart. So like I say, if you are new, hit the like button down below. Put your comments in, score predictions. Rafa Benitez is team lineups as well. Didn't know he's looking forward to the game. I'm not. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous for the game. It's giving us butterflies now, but I'm only 20 minutes away. Barcelona versus City Champions League final. I would definitely watch that. That would definitely be a game to watch. Endrolo, hello mate, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. 1-1 draw. I hope you don't sit back like you did against us. Newcastle has to attack. Yeah, we do, mate. City are a deadly team. Yeah, they've got the pace, they've got the quality, they've got the strength and depth. They've got the experience in the team. They've got Pep Guardiola as the manager. They're at the Etihad. They've got a good home record. They're going to be up there challenging for the Premier League like yourselves, Liverpool. So yeah, we can't afford to sit back, because if we do, we're going to get our arses kicked big time. I've gone Man City 3, Newcastle 1. And like I say, that does pain us to say that as a Newcastle fan, because you got to remember who we're playing and who we're up against. I did, yeah, mate. I did. It was Wolves got a late goal. They're worse than us. They played 4 games and haven't picked up a point. So, you're right, mate. Pellegrini's under a lot of pressure at the minute. I don't know what happens now. I mean, to be fair, the boat lies down with Pellegrini. Not the owners. The owners have backed him. They've given him the money. They're favourites for the top 7, and they simply haven't performed. And to lose it 1-0 in the 92nd minute as well, you're not going to keep your job by doing that. I'm not watching the game live. No, I'm going to be going off the stream in the next, 5 minutes. So you've got time to put your comments in down below. Game kicks off in about 15-20 minutes time on BT Sport. So if you have got BT Sport, go and watch it. And if you are at the game and you're watching from the stadium, or if you're watching the stream from the stadium, then I hope you enjoy it. Can anybody let us know in the comments? Did Gateshead beat Maidstone, or was it Maidenhead or Maidstone by a goal to 0? Can someone let us know in the comments? Andres Iniesta should have joined City. But like I say, Man City have got the cash. They can go and buy anybody. Man City, like I say, are like the Real Madrid, Barcelona of the Premier League. That's literally what they are. Hi, mate. Welcome to the stream. 1-0 Gateshead finished. That's good. That's a nice 3 points for Gateshead. It's always nice to see the local non-league teams doing well. Hopefully that one day they will get a League 2. I like Gateshead. I'm going to be going to the game on Tuesday night against Harrogate Town. So I want to know from you guys, do you want me to do a non-league special from Gateshead? Do you want us to do a vlog from the Gateshead International Stadium? or do you think I should keep away from doing that? That's up to you. Let me know down below in the comments. Do you want to do a match vlog from Gateshead International Stadium? Longstaff on the bench. Yeah, that's good. It's always a good sign. It's always a good sign to keep the youngsters on the bench because sure, Longstaff deserves it. Played well against Forest. I think he was probably the only bright spark of that game. Messi to Newcastle on the free, I wouldn't mind. Have I ever been to a Hartlepool game before? Yes, I have. There's actually a vlog on my channel of Hartlepool when they were in administration last season. Just type in on my channel, or just type in the search engine, helping Hartlepool United. My vlog will come up. I went down with Alicia. I think it was around about February, March time. Go and check it out. Hartlepool, I think, won the game like 3-2 or something like that. So, yeah, I have. Yeah, a lot of you are saying do it. So yeah, I want to know you guys. Do you want to do a vlog from Gateshead International Stadium? Non-league special, it's up to you because there's going to be no vlogs sort of like next week. So, do you just want us to do a vlog from the stadium? I know it's non-league football. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but do you just want us to do that from the stadium? It's always nice to give the non-league teams a bit of coverage as well because I think Gateshead they need our support. Leroy Sonny, I don't know. I can't really comment for that. I know he's not been in the squad the last few games, so it's always sort of tough. Cristiano to Newcastle. Dwight Gale do it as well at West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, I think he'll do well in the Championship. That's sort of his level at the moment. It's a bit like Hayden, really. I just don't think he's quite cut out for the Premier League. I think he needs to find some game time in the Championship and then get better. I think coming into the Premier League with us last season was a little bit too far for him. So, yeah, it's kind of one of them, really. Anyway, I'm going to be streaming for another 3 more minutes, so just get your scores in down below in the comments. Yes, Mahrez will be a threat for Man City tonight. Yeah, he does. He wants to go back to London. Yeah, that's right. I just think at the minute, Championship is where it's at. So, like I say, if you're new, hit the like button down there. It takes literally 2 seconds. I'd really appreciate it. The more likes I get, the better. Obviously, if you don't like it, obviously dislike it. Put your comments in down below of score predictions. Rafa Benitez's team. Would you have changed anything? Nottingham Forest. Were you happy with the goal at the Carabao Cup, or are you that sort of person who wanted the cup run? And yes, subscribe as well. So the more subscribers that will get, the better on this channel. Like I say, this is going to be a new thing on the channel now. Just live streams before the game, so I can talk to you guys instead of just previewing and just rambling onto a camera. I'd rather like talk to you guys and get you involved. With the stream, with the matches going forward. Obviously, there'll still be like match day vlogs and things like that, but I want to do a lot more live stream before game. This is perfect time for Mahrez to shine since it's good. Well, I say it's against us, isn't it? How do you live? How far do you live from Gateshead's ground? I don't live very far at all. It's like I get a metro to town and then just change at Gateshead Stadium, so it's not very far. So, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. Let's see how we can contain them for the first 5 minutes. And then if we can contain them for like say 5-10 minutes, let's just try and get at them. Let's have a go. You can't fault the lads if we have a go and we get beat. But if we're just going to play the same way we played against Forest and Chelsea, then geez, we're in for a hiding. So, it's going to be an interesting match. Doing it at the Etihad. We don't have a good record at Man City, not even at St James's, to be fair. So I'm not expecting too much tonight. But if we can get, if we can get someone get an unrealistic point, then yeah. You don't like Gateshead's ground, but the thing is with Gateshead though, that's not their fault. It's basically owned by the Olympic Committee. Gateshead Council own that. Gateshead the club wanted to play there. Gateshead are actually going to be getting a new ground in the next 5 years. They're going to be, or the next 2 to 5 years. I think they're going to be getting a capacity of 5,000. They're going to be building near the Redheath Bridge. So Gateshead won't be at the International Stadium much longer, which I think is what they need. They want a basic ground where they're going to play. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it quits now. That's it for the live stream. My score prediction is, say, Man City 3, Newcastle 1. Put your comments in down below. I hope you all enjoyed the game as well. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'll be back with the match review later on tonight. Hopefully, it's a positive one. I want to be positive. I don't like to be negative, of course, but if you have to, you have to. It's going to be a tough one. It really is going to be a tough game. And yeah, I'm just praying that we can get a point. If we can get a point, great. If we can't, yeah, it's Man City. It's not the end of the world, is it? We'll just have to move on to the next one. But yeah, like I say, in Rafa we trust. Good luck to any fans out there. And if you're all watching, thank you so much for watching the stream. Subscribe, it's down there somewhere. Hit the thumbs up as well. And like I say, continue to put your comments in down below. And I'll look forward to seeing your comments later on as well tonight from the game. So anyway, I'll catch you all later. How are you, lads? Take it easy.